Today we're going to review the Vevor hydraulic strut compressor. This is a Amazon buy, and I think it's a pretty good one. Stay tuned. Hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the Vevor strut compressor. This is a hydraulic strut compressor. It's supposed to be much safer than many of the other styles out there. We're going to give it a whirl on this C300 strut. If you're working on a lot of German cars, this is a good investment for you because typically you can't get a fully assembled strut for most of the import German cars. So let's get started. All right, so we need to compress this strut. So we're gonna start by loading the bottom of the strut, and then we're gonna pump it up to get it close to where it needs to be for the strut compressor to compress that spring. Okay, so I've got this compressed to the point where I can slide it onto the ears. So let's go ahead and get that on there. That looks pretty good to me. Next thing we want to do, safety first. This is our spring safety chain. So basically all you're doing is putting this around the spring and wrapping it around the post. And all it really does is prevent that spring from taking off on you and flying across the shop and hitting somebody in the face. All right, we're gonna compress this strut and then remove the spring, put the new strut in, and tighten everything back down. All right, so we've got our spring compressed. I'm going to remove the retaining nut on the top of the strut. Once you've got that spring compressed, hold on, we're going to show you a couple tricks. So we got a 17 millimeter shallow non-impact socket. It's a 3/8 socket. It's not an impact. Grab one you don't really care about because you might wreck it. All right, so what we're going to do is clamp onto a 17 millimeter shallow socket once it's on the nut, as close to the inside of the jaws as possible. I prefer these Milwaukee vice grips, and I'll show you why. So we're on the socket that fits that, and what you can do is you can take an Allen key or anything else. You can even use a socket. I've seen guys use a socket on the end of this Milwaukee vice grips, and we're just gonna tighten it down much tighter than you'd be able to get it by hand. And once that's tightened down on there, hopefully it's enough to allow us to hold that nut in place while we try and spin this inside unit. And actually it's coming off really nicely. So and it's starting to tighten up a little bit towards the top, which is expected because of corrosion. So I'm just going to grab something to get onto that with. These Allen keys cut into your hand so badly, but if you just take a small socket like this and an extension, it gives you a nice way to hold that in place. So it's a little bit weird when you're working with these inside, again, because you're going the opposite direction of what you feel like you should be going. So we're actually going righty-tighty on the inside of this, on the Allen key, and giving the same effect as going lefty-loosey on our nut. So it can feel a little weird to go this direction. And let's see if we got our nut off yet. Not quite. We're getting close though. There we go. Our nut is out. Set this off to the side. I may need to use the same setup for reinstallation. Grab our magnet, take our nut out. Looking to see if there's a washer in there. There's not. That's that. We should be able to now remove our strut safely. There we go. Our strut is out. It's free. It's loose. Looks awesome. Leaky. Now we're going to grab our new strut, reinstall it, let the Vevor strut compressor do its thing for reinstallation, and we'll go from there. All right, we got the new strut installed, new retaining nut. Let's start that by hand. Back to our tool here. And now we're actually going to be going in the direction of loosening it. So again, it seems, oops, haha, I got caught doing the wrong way. And then once it's snugged up, we can get it a couple zaps with the impact. So the Vevor strut compressor seems to be working exceptionally well. Very happy with it so far. This was way safer and easier than those strut compressors we used in school. There we go. Everything's reconnected, so we're going to go ahead and release the pressure on our spring. And that's the lower pedal here. So put a little pressure on there to lower it the rest of the way. And voila! Our new strut and spring combination is complete. And we're ready to reinstall it. So that was our Vevor hydraulic strut compressor. And after using it a couple times, I think the third time I've only used it, I am super happy with it. I would definitely recommend it. A couple $100 well spent. A nice safe way to do your struts. You know, safety is just huge. And nothing you can do that could be dumber than hurting yourself and being out of work for a couple of months from something stupid like a strut. So yeah, go out and get yourself one of these Vevor strut compressors. I highly recommend it. And I'll put a link below. Make sure to like, subscribe so you get more tool tips and more tool reviews. Thanks.